Evan Reed always lived his life with one quiet rule: never try anything that has a chance of going wrong. It was the kind of rule that felt safe, until it eventually cost him everything that mattered. On a cold November morning, he stared at the email glowing on his laptop. A message he'd drafted 3 times but never sent. A job application for a position he'd dreamed about for years. He hovered his finger over send, heart pounding, breath uneven. Then he closed the laptop. "Not today," he whispered, though he had said that every day for the last 6 months. Evan's life had become a museum of unrealized dreams, ideas he never acted on, chances he never took, opportunities he talked himself out of. He feared failure so deeply that he chose inaction over possibility. And day by day, that fear turned him into a shadow of himself. The fear didn't start recently. Evan grew up in a home where mistakes were treated like disasters. His father believed every misstep was a sign of irresponsibility. His mother, though loving, echoed the same sentiment. If you're not sure you'll succeed, don't risk it. So, Evan learned to play life on safe mode. He got average grades, average jobs, and lived an average life. Not because he lacked ambition, but because he never allowed himself to try. But one evening, life cornered him. His company announced layoffs and Evan's position was cut. For the first time, he felt the full weight of everything he had avoided. Skills he never learned, risks he never took, dreams he never chased. He had spent his whole life playing defense, and now there was nothing left to defend. Desperate and scared, he walked to the park near his apartment and sat on an old wooden bench. That's where he met Mrs. Callahan, a retired psychologist who often fed the birds there. She noticed his heavy expression and gently asked, "Long day?" Evan didn't know why, but he opened up to her. Within minutes, the whole story came out. His fear of failing, his fear of looking stupid, his fear of trying and losing. When he finished, she looked at him with calm eyes and said, "Evan, you're living your life like failure is a monster waiting behind every door. But the truth is, failure is just a teacher you've been too afraid to meet." Her words struck something deep inside him. She continued, "Do you know J.K. Rowling? Before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon, she was rejected by 12 publishers. 12. She had no money, no support, and no guarantee anything would work. But she sent her manuscript anyway. She wasn't fearless. She acted despite the fear." Evan listened quietly. "She didn't wait to feel brave," Mrs. Callahan added. "She acted first. Bravery showed up later." That night, something shifted inside him. Not confidence, not courage, but awareness. Awareness that fear had been driving his life for far too long. The next morning, Evan made a promise to himself. "For the next 30 days, I will do one thing that scares me." On day 1, he sent the job application he had avoided for months. On day 2, he called a friend he hadn't spoken to in years. On day 5, he took a course he had bookmarked forever. On day 10, he applied for 5 more jobs. On day 15, he shared a project he had been secretly working on with a colleague. Every action was tiny. Every action felt terrifying. But every action moved him forward. The breakthrough came on day 21. Evan received an interview request from one of the companies he admired most. He sat in his car, holding his phone, shaking. Not from fear now, but from disbelief. For once, something in his life was happening because he made it happen. During the interview, he wasn't perfect. He stumbled on a few answers, but he was present. He tried. He showed up in a way he never allowed himself to before. A week later, he received the offer. Standing in his living room, staring at the email, Evan felt something he had long forgotten. Pride. Not because he succeeded, but because he finally stopped running from failure. The job offer was just a bonus. The real transformation happened inside him, in the space where fear used to live. Evan realized the truth. Failure doesn't ruin your life. Avoiding failure does. Every small risk he took made him braver. Every step he took taught him something. Every moment of discomfort made him grow. And that was the day everything changed. Not because life suddenly became easier, but because Evan finally felt strong enough to live it. He no longer feared failure. He feared a life with no new beginnings, and that fear pushed him forward, not backward. Because once he stopped being scared of failing, he started living the life he was meant to build, one decision, one risk, one brave step at a time.